Good evening, dear students. A small sort of revision for NEET 2023 based on thermal properties of matter, fluid mechanics, and to some extent of your waves, if possible. Chalo, see the questions better. Try to take a paper and try to do it along with it. Two thermometers, X and Y, have the ice points marked as 15 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius, and steam points have been marked as 75 degrees Celsius and 125 degrees Celsius, respectively. When thermometer X reads the temperature of a bath at 60 degrees Celsius on it, what would the thermometer Y reads the temperature on the same bath? So direct question, if I might have been remember the formula, X minus of your lower fixed point divided by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point must be equal to your constant. Isn't it? So you can use that relation directly and try to simplify the problem. We got the two thermometers here right now. I'm doing right now here, you see. So like say for example, one thermometer is right now for me here. Yeah. What is the formula I can use right now, beta? For the first thermometer, let's say for example, this is the first thermometer. There is nothing but equal to your X, and this is the another thermometer. That is nothing but Y. For the X, as an ice point of 15 degrees Celsius, ice point of this one is 15 degrees Celsius, and steam point of this one is right now for me 75 degrees Celsius. For Y, the lower fixed point is 25 degrees Celsius, and above fixed point is 125 degrees Celsius, isn't it? When the thermometer X reads the temperature of the bath at 60 degrees on it, what would the thermometer Y read the temperature on the same bath? And somewhere this the first one is reading the temperature at 60 degrees Celsius. What does this Y read at the same condition? Isn't it? So I can use this formula. Upper fixed point right now for me, some X temperature, X minus of your lower fixed point minus upper fixed point, lower fixed point minus upper fixed point minus of lower fixed point must be equal to your constant. I can use this relation, isn't it? So X value is how much it is reading right now over here, 60. So it is like 60 minus lower fixed point is right now for me 15 divided by upper fixed point is 75 minus of your 15 must be equal to, for the thermometer it is Y minus lower fixed point is 25 divided by upper fixed 25 is 125 minus this will be equal to 25. So 60 minus 15, it will be equal to, I'm writing here, that is 45 divided by 75 minus 15 is right now 60 is equals to Y minus 25 divided by 125 minus of your 25, that will be equal to your 100. Isn't it? So simplify this one, we'll get the value of your Y. See Y will be equal to how much? So Y will be coming out from your 100 degrees. Okay, so it will be 100. This is the way, how do you do this problem like to this one. I hope I'm clear with this one. Then second question is, the wooden block is floating in a water, 40% of the volume is outside the water. Now the arrangement is kept in an elevator going upward with an acceleration G. Then the block will sink to the bottom, float at the surface, float with 20% above the water surface, float with 40% above the water surface. The wooden block is floating in the water, 40% of volume is outside the water, and 60% is in the water. Now this arrangement is kept in an elevator going upward with an acceleration of a G. See here, if I'm talking about an effective acceleration, G effective will come out for me better when it is moving in the upward direction. G effective will be equal to G plus A, isn't it? That is will be equal to G plus G. That will be equal to 2G, isn't it? And 40% of when the block has been floating in the water with 40% of the volume outside the water, now arrangement is kept in the elevator going upward with an acceleration of your G. That means A is equals to G, so net acceleration is equals to 2G. See here right now, if I'm talking about this body, the forces which have been acting on the body is nothing but weight of the body in the downward direction, buoyant force in the upward direction, and acceleration of the body is also in the upward direction. isn't it? As it is floating, you know that for floating condition, mg must be equal to buoyant flow to force plus of your net force which has been acting on that given direction. That is nothing but of your mg must be balancing your buoyant force. Then only it will float, isn't it? So the weight and buoyant force are being changing by the same amount, whatever the given condition is there. So the level of the water will always remain for me the same part deflection. It is not going to change. So floats with 40% above the water and 60% in the water part deflection, because mg is still balancing your buoyant force better. As it is going in upward direction, the net acceleration due to gravity is coming out for me 2g. So effective acceleration is 2g. So the weight, whichever has been acting in downward direction, that has been balanced by the buoyant force, isn't it? So if it is moving in acceleration part of relation, whether it is accelerated or decelerated part, if it is floating, still if the condition has been applicable, if mg is balancing of your fv, then the block will remain in the stationary condition and the same condition will रहेगा. यानी it will float with 40% above the water surface only. So no change at all. So level of water will remain for me the same. Fourth option. Clear? Sure. A ball of mass m and density, say for example rho, is immersed in a liquid of density 3 rho at a density at a depth of your h and released. To what height will the ball jump above the surface of the liquid? Again, good question, beta. Ball क्या है basically? चलिए. A ball of mass m and density rho is immersed in a liquid of density 3 rho and at a depth of your h, and it has been released. To what height will the ball jump up above the surface of the liquid? This is some liquid. The density of this one is 3 rho. We have got a ball. Isn't it? Which is immersed in this one. Isn't it? Density of this one is rho. Mass of this one is m. That means it is your mg. Isn't it? And the liquid and is immersed in a liquid of density 3 rho. Density of this 3 rho at a depth of your h and released. It means the depth up to which it is been immersed is right now from your h. Okay. So to what height the ball will jump above the surface of liquid? So when it has been immersed, water thoda niche kar lijiye. So that will help you out for me. I can rub this part. Get this part. Sorry. So with h, which has been depth in this one like this. Done? I submit. So buoyant force will be acting in the upward direction. That is nothing but a fear FP. To what height will the ball jump above the surface of water? यानी ये कितनी ऊपर तक jump करेगा from the surface of your water? ये वाला निकालना, isn't it? So volume of the ball which has been immersed will be equal to how much better? Volume of the body which is will be equal to mass divided by density. This is the volume of the ball, isn't it? Now acceleration of the ball, and F net will be equal to how much for me? Acceleration will be equal to your net force divided by mass. इसके बाद net force क्या होगा बेटा? Buoyant force minus of your weight divided by your m. Buoyant force will be equal to how much for me? मतलब upthrust. Buoyant force is equal to volume immersed into density of liquid into g. Volume immersed is equal to m by rho. Density of it is 3 into g. ये हो जाएगा, isn't it? तो यहाँ पर हो गया buoyant force का formula m by rho. Density of liquid is 3 rho into your g minus weight of the body will be equal to directly mg लिख सकता हूँ divided by your mass. So mass everywhere will get cancelled right now here. This m and this m will get cancelled. This row and this row will also get cancelled. So this is 3g minus of your g. यानी ये हो गया मेरे पास 2g. यानी acceleration हो गया मेरे पास 2g. So velocity with which the ball will reach the surface. यानी v is equals to u plus of at. I can't use this one. V square minus u square is equals to your 2g into your h. Initial velocity is 0. So v is equals to under root of 2g into your h. Isn't it? And here acceleration is due to gravity is right now 2a into your h, to which it has been going. So it is under root of 2. Acceleration is 2g into your height h. That means this will become for me under root of 4g into your h. Isn't it? So we need to calculate what height it is been going. So h value will become how much for me beta? H is equals to your v square divided by 2g. So v square will be equal to how much for me? 4gh beta. 4g into your h divided by 4g into h divided by 2g. G gets cancelled. 2 1s are 2 2s are. That means that will be equal to 2 into your h. G gets cancelled. 2h. So third option will be the answer. Am I clear? Good question. थोड़ा practice कर ले तो निकल जाएगा सब. Next one. Water from a tap emerges vertically downwards with an initial speed of 1 meter per second. The cross-sectional area of the tap is 10 to the power of minus 4 meters square. And assuming that the pressure is constant throughout and that the flow is steady, the cross-sectional area of the stream 0.15 meter below the tap will be equal to your how much? ये भी direct question है. Equation of continuity का condition लगा लीजिए. मान के चलो यहाँ से water निकल रहा है and it is been falling to the down like this, right? Isn't it? इसका area of cross section A1 है, इसका area of cross section A2 है. This is the height of from which it is been falling. यहाँ पर जब होगा इसकी velocity V1 होगी and यहाँ पर इसकी velocity हो जाएगी मेरे पास V2. Water from a tap is emerging vertically downwards with an initial speed of 1 meter per second. यानी V1 दे रखा है. The cross sectional area of the tap दे रखा है 10 to the power of minus 4. Assuming that the pressure is constant throughout and the flow is steady, the cross sectional area of the stream 0.15 meter below the tap will be equal to your how much? You can apply the equation of continuity formula. A1 V1 must be equal to your A2 into V2. Pressure is always remaining for me constant part of relation. ये formula आपने derive किया होगा basically. A1 V1 will be equal to your how much right now? यहाँ पर I'm writing here see. A1 V1 will be equal to A2 into your V2. V2 will be equal to, I can use this formula again. A1 V1 is equals to your A2. V2 will be equal to how much for me beta? Under root of your, I can use the formula V1 square plus 2g into h. I'm using this formula beta. V square minus u square is equals to 2s. Down the velocity is V2 square minus this one is V1 square is equals to 2 into g into h. ये अंदर चले जाएगा तो V2 square is equals to, this will become for me V1 square plus 2gh. तो V2 will be equal to under root of this one. तो अब इसमें से आप A2 निकाल सकते हो ना आराम से. So A2 is equals to your A1 V1 divided by under root of your V1 square plus 2g into h. सब कुछ दे रखा है प्रॉब्लम में. A1 कितना दे रखा है बेटा? वर्टिकली डाउन. A1 is given as 10 to the power of minus 4 meters square. V1 is given as 1 meter per second. Assuming that the pressure is constant throughout and the flow is steady, the cross-sectional area of the stream, यानी A2 is given as 0.15 area of the stream, मतलब meter square होना चाहिए. This will be equal to meter square. That A2 अपन को निकालना है ना बेटा सर. 0.1 meter below यानी h value दे रखा है sorry. So this will be equal to ये correct ही है. तो 0.5 meter below बोला है ना. तो this will be A2 तो अपने को निकालने का है. So we need to get this h is given in the problem form. Okay, substitute that one in the given condition, we'll get the answer for that. ठीक है. So A2 अपने को निकालना है. H value is given as 0.15 meter. So substitute that one, that will give me the answer for that one. Am I clear? Sure. Next question. Consider a water droplet having a radius 10 power minus 2 meter. It is just broken into identical 1000 droplets. If the surface tension of water is 0.75 Newton per meter, then change in the surface energy will be equal to how much? You know this formula. Right now, if I'm writing this relation, volume of the droplets must be always remain same before and after the collision. यानी कितने droplets हो जाएंगे मेरे पास? R is equals to your n to the power of 1 by 3 into your small r. Isn't it? That means small r can be written as right now for me. Small r is equals to capital R divided by n power 1 by 3. So it is right now for me capital R divided by कितने droplets है बेटा 1000 यानी 1000 to the power of 1/3 and 10 cube. That means this will become for me r by 10 smaller value. So area of the smaller one will be equal to how much beta? 4 pi into your r1 square. The area of the larger one will be equal to how much for me beta? How many droplets are there? 1000 droplets. No? So that will be equal to your 4 pi into capital R square into n. N is nothing but of your 1000. Isn't it? So that will give me the answer. How much for me? 4 pi R square into your 100. कितने ड्रॉपलेट्स है स्मॉलर लेना पड़ेगा ना स्मॉलर इंटू 1000 कर दो तो दैट विल गिव मी यानी कैपिटल आर की वैल्यू डाल सकते हो आप नहीं तो कैपिटल आर की वैल्यू इन टू द पावर ऑफ 1/3 इंटू स्मॉलर डाल दो दैट विल आल्सो गिव मी द सेम आंसर है ना ये कितना बन जाएगा मेरे को 40 पाई इंटू योर कैपिटल आर स्क्वायर आर की वैल्यू होगी ना वो वैल्यू डाल रहा हूं मैं बेसिकली सो चेंज इन एरिया मतलब क्या डेल्टा यू इज इक्वल्स टू डेल्टा एरिया ए डिवाइड इनटू सरफेस टेंशन डेल्टा ए मतलब बेटा फाइनल एरिया माइनस इनिशियल एरिया माइनस initial area that is 40 pi square minus 4 pi into your r1 square. Done beta? Am I clear? ठीक है so delta a final a2 minus a final minus a initial r higher area minus smaller area into surface tension से multiply कर लीजिए that will give me the answer for that. I'm leaving the calculation for you. You can take care of that calculation part. Next one. When a capillary has been dipped into the liquid, the levels of the liquid inside and outside are equal. The angle of contact will be equal to how much? Direct question, beta. H is equals to height resin in the capillary tube is H is equals to 2t into cos theta divided by r rho g, isn't it? So capillary tube is dipped into the water. The levels of the liquid inside and outside are equal. Inside and outside the level of the liquids are equal. The angle of contact will become how much for me beta? H will be same for both of the cases. That means theta must be equal to 90 degrees. Like this. Done? So when a capillary tube is dipped into the water, the level of the liquid inside and outside are equal. So the angle of the contact must be equal to 90 degrees. Should be 90 degrees. Done? Check. Question number 7. An incompressible liquid is flowing throughout an horizontal tube in a streamlined manner as shown in the figure. The value of your H will be equal to how much? This is also a very good model beta. You can just apply the Bernoulli's theorem at this point and at this point. Point A or point B के पास आप Bernoulli's theorem apply कर लीजिए. So that will be equal to your half into rho into your V1 square plus pressure वहाँ पर हो जाएगा P1 will be equal to horizontally same है तो half rho into your V2 square plus of your pressure will be equal to P2. And a pressure difference P1 minus of P2 will be equal to half rho into this value will become for me V2 square minus of your V1 square. Okay? So P1 minus of your P2 I can write in terms of your what beta? ये 2 वाले इधर चले जाएगा 2P. So this is nothing but H rho G will be equal to your A2 इधर चले जाएगा. So it will be equal to your rho into your V2 square minus V1 square. Rho and rho will also will get cancelled. So we need to calculate H. H is equals to, I can write here V2 square minus V1 square divided by 2 into G. Isn't it? So you got the values of everywhere better. V1 is known for me. This is a V1 and this is your V2. So this is your 5 whole square minus 3 whole square divided by 2 into 10. 5 square is 25, 3 3s are 9 and divided by 20. See how much I'm getting? So this will come out for me 0.8 meters. Done? Next question. A vertical column 50 centimeter long at 50 degrees Celsius balances the another column of same liquid 60 centimeter long at 100 degrees Celsius. The coefficient of real expansion of the liquid is neglect the expansion of the container. Very good question, but क्या बोल रहा है? देखो ये vertical column 50 centimeter long at 50 degrees Celsius balances another column of the same liquid 60 centimeter long 60 centimeter long at 100 degrees Celsius. यानी equilibrium में रहेंगे दोनों भी. The pressure on the both sides will remain for me the same. As the are at the same level, the pressure must be equal to same. Yani first one is right now 50, isn't it? And density at your 50 degrees Celsius into G. P is equal to H rho into G must be equal to 60 centimeter into density at your 100 degrees Celsius into G. AG gets cancelled right now. This one is right now 50. Density at your 50 degrees Celsius means this will be equal to rho naught divided by 1 plus gamma into your temperature difference. That is nothing but 50. Is equals to 60 into this one is also density rho naught divided by 1 plus gamma into yoga 100. Rho naught and rho naught will also get cancelled here right now. So this will be coming out for me how much you see. इसमें और क्या जाएगा देखो बेटा, this is a 50 divided by 1 plus gamma 50 times of gamma, that will be equal to 60 divided by 1 plus 100 times of gamma. So 0 bhi chalega, isn't it? So this will be equal to how much for 5 into 1 plus 100 times of gamma will be equal to this one is 60. मैं से 6 चलेगा ना तो 6 रहेगा, 6 into 1 plus 50 times of gamma. So it is 5 plus 500 gamma is equals to 6 plus 6 are 30. So this will be equal to 300. 300 times of gamma. Yani 6 minus 5, that will be equal to 1. That is equals to 200 times of gamma. So gamma is equals to how much for me? 1 by 200. 1 by 200 matlab 0.005 per degree Celsius. That must be the answer. Clear? First option. Then फॉर्मूला रिवीजन हो जाएंगे बेटा, ज्यादा कुछ भी नहीं. ओनली इंटेंशन इज दैट एटलीस्ट आप फॉर्मूला देखते रहोगे, कोई प्रॉब्लम देखते रहोगे, सो यू विल बी गेटिंग रिवीजन ऑफ एटलीस्ट अ फॉर्मूला. वो टाइम के लिए वो फॉर्मूला क्या यूज हो रहा है वो अपने को मायने रखना बेसिकली. नेक्स्ट वाला देखिए बेटा, द टेम्परेचर ऑफ ए ब्लैक बॉडी इज इंक्रीज्ड बाय 50 डिग्री सेल्सियस, देन परसेंटेज इंक्रीज इन रेट ऑफ रेडिएशन विल बी इक्वल टू हाउ मच. ये डायरेक्टली फॉर्मूला अपने को e to the v is directly proportional to t power of your 4. The temperature of the body is increased by कितना 50%, then the percentage increase in the rate of radiation is approximately how much. कितना times increase हुआ, 50 times increase हुआ. अगर 100 है तो 100 plus 50 लिखेंगे अपन, ठीक है ना. So I can write here E is directly proportional to t to the power of 4. So I can write the relation E1 divided by your E2 is equals to T1 अगर t है तो T2 will be equal to t plus इसका half यानी t by 2 to the power of 4. ठीक है ना. So that will be equal to your t divided by this value will become for me 3t divided by 2 to the power of your 4. So this t and this t will get cancelled, isn't it? So this t and this t will get cancelled. So that will come out for me 2 by 3 to the power of 4. मतलब ये कितना हो जाएगा बेटा 16 divided by 81. So percentage increase पूछ रहा, तो percentage increase के लिए अपन I told you always final value minus initial value divided by initial value into 100 करना है. तो final value कितनी है मेरे पास देखिए E2, that is nothing but E1 by E2 की वैल्यू आ गई ना, E1 by E2 की वैल्यू आ गई, यानी E2 will be equal to how much? 81 times of this is 81 times of E1 divided by your 16 minus E1 divided by E1. So everywhere E1 will get cancelled, into 100 करना है, into 100 करना है. So उसको कर लीजिए, will get approximately the answer, whatever you get the answer for that. Am I clear? फॉर्मूला तो याद आ गया ना, वही इंपॉर्टेंट था मेरे. नेक्स्ट वाला देखिए, द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द सन वर टू इंक्रीज फ्रॉम T to 2T and its radius from R to 2R, then the ratio of radiant energy received per unit area per unit time on the earth to what it is previously will be equal to how much. ये भी वही कंडीशन है, energy is directly proportional to your energy part is directly proportional to your area and T to the power of your 4 power, isn't it? And energy is here right now directly proportional to area and T to the power of 4, isn't it? Area will be equal to how much better? 4 pi into r square. So E is directly proportional to 4 pi into r square into t to the power of your 4. ठीक है ना. So I can write directly here E1 by your E2 will be equal to your R1 square divided by R2 square into this is T1 to the power of 4 divided by T2 to the power of 4. ठीक है ना. So that will be equal to your how much? Everything is given right now in the diagram for me. the temperature of this sun was to be increased from R1 is equals to R, यानी ये हो गया मेरे पास capital R square. Temperature is nothing but T power 4 divided by R2 is nothing but 2R to the power of your 2 into your temperature received by that one, that will be equal to, the temperature will be equal to 2T to the power of your 4. ठीक है ना? तो T to the power of 4, T to the power of 4 तो वैसे भी कट जाएगा, R square और R square वैसे भी कट जाएगा. So this will be coming out for me 1 by 64. And E1 by E2 is equals to E1 by E2 is equals to 1 by 64. So previously पूछा है तो E2 by E1, E2 by E1 will be equal to 64. Fourth option will be the answer. Clear? I hope formula revision हो गया आप लोग का. चलिए. 11th one. A particle of mass m is placed at a point on the axis of a ring of radius r and mass capital M as shown in the figure. Gravitational force on a particle due to the ring will be equal to your the ring will be equal to how much? Directly electric field का gravitational field का formula लगा सकते हैं आप लोग. E is equals to your capital G capital M into your x divided by, this will be equal to r square plus x square to the power of your 3 by 2. ये क्लास में आप लोग के टीचर्स भी रिवाइज किए होंगे. So once I know the field, I can calculate the force. F is equals to your m into your E. That's the answer, isn't it? So what will be the relation right now? F is equals to your capital G, capital M, small m into your x divided by r square plus x square to the power of your 3 by 2. Isn't it? In the problem is telling x की वैल्यू कितना दे रखा है? √3r. And F is equals to your capital G, capital M, small m into this is √3 into capital R divided by r square plus this is √3 into your r का whole square to the power of your 3 by 2. ठीक है ना? So this value will be equal to how much? Capital G, capital M, small m into √3 into your r divided by, this one is your r square plus, that is nothing but of your 3 into your r square to the power of your 3 by 2. That will be equal to capital G, capital M, small m, √3 into r divided by, this is 4 into your r square to the power of your 3 by 2. Isn't it? So √3 into your r का whole square. तो कितना हो गया? 3 into r square हो गया. Isn't it? So if I simplify this one, this will come out for me your √3 capital G capital M small m divided by 8 into your r square. R cube हो जाएगा ना बेटा, यहाँ पर ऊपर का r square चले जाएगा, that will be equal to 4 cube, that is nothing but your square, so it will be equal to your 8. 2 square लिख सकते हैं ना बेटा. So what will be the answer for this one? First option. Am I clear? 4 is written as 2r square ना बेटा, isn't it? Square square चले जाएगा 2 cube. 2 into 2 into 2, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So 8 r square मतलब r cube. So it is r square to the power of this one. ऊपर एक already r है मेरे पास, है क्या नहीं? तो स्क्वायर में से चले जाएगा ना, तो r cube आ जाएगा, ऊपर से r चले जाएगा तो कैपिटल r square. ठीक है? चलिए. Next question. If an object is projected from the surface of the earth with a speed k times of the escape speed at the surface of the earth, okay, then interstellar speed of an object will be g is equals to acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth, and capital R is the radius of the earth. A gravitation का question is, still you can apply the law of conservation of mechanical energy and try to do it out better. Good question, important model, regularly आने वाला question है. Method देख लीजिए, बोल क्या रहा है? If an object is projected from the surface of the earth with a speed k times of escape velocity at the surface of the earth, then interstellar speed of an object will be equal to how much? Interstellar मतलब the region between the space and as well as of your earth. So I can apply here mechanical energy concept. Total energy and the surface must be equal to total energy and the interstellar speed part equation. Total energy on the surface of the earth will be equal to how much better? Minus capital G capital M small m divided by r plus इसके पास kinetic energy will be equal to half into m into escape velocity will be k times of your escape velocity. That will be equal to half into m into your v square. At interstellar space, the gravitational potential energy is taken as of your 0. So you get minus of capital G capital M small m divided by r plus this will be equal to half into your m and k times of your escape velocity. यानी ये हो गया k square. Escape velocity will be equal to 2 times of g capital M divided by your r. That will be equal to your half into m into your v square. everywhere m will get cancelled right now for this one. So this will come out for me 2 times of minus of your 2 times of your capital G capital M divided by capital R, plus this one is right now k square, that is 2 times of capital G capital M divided by R is equals to v square, because everywhere small m will get cancelled, isn't it? A 2 और स्क्वायर में है बेसिकली, सो 2 इधर चले जाएगा तो ये पूरा सिंप्लीफाई हो जाएगा बेसिकली, ठीक है ना। तो अगर मैं इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर रहा हूँ तो दिस विल कम आउट फॉर मी, मुझे बेटा v स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस ऑफ 2g into r प्लस k स्क्वायर into 2g into your कैपिटल R, यानी v की वैल्यू हो जाएगी अंडर रूट ऑफ योर 2g into your r into your k स्क्वायर माइनस 1, देखो स्मॉल g इज इक्वल्स टू कैपिटल G कैपिटल M डिवाइडेड बाय r स्क्वायर है ना, वो फॉर्म में ले लिया मैंने। Capital G capital M divided by r square can be written as right now for me beta G into your r will be written as G into M divided by r, ठीक है ना। तो स्मॉल g में लिख के सिंप्लीफाई किया क्योंकि आंसर स्मॉल g में है ना, उसी लिए। डन। क्वेश्चन नंबर 17 देख लीजिए बेटा, एक बार फॉर्मूला बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है। Bottom of a lake is at 0 degrees Celsius and atmospheric temperature is minus 20 degrees Celsius. 1 centimeter ice is being formed on the surface is 20 hours. Then time taken to form the next 1 centimeter of ice will be equal to how much? Growth of ice का formula आप लोगों को याद होगा. Time taken for this one is directly proportional to thickness of the formation. That is x2 square minus x1 square. Isn't it? So यानी T1 divided by T2 will be equal to your, ये हो गया 1 square minus of initially हो जाएगा 0. So this will be equal to your 0 square divided by next one कितना है बेटा 2 square minus this will be equal to 1 square, isn't it? फर्स्ट वन के लिए टाइम कितना दे रखा है 20 आवर्स डिवाइडेड बाय अपने को टाइम T2 निकालना, दैट इज 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 2 स्क्वायर इज 4 minus 1 दैट इज 1/3, यानी T2 will be equal to how much बेटा 20 hours into 3 that will be equal to 60 hours। ऐसे वाले क्वेश्चंस है ना, तो यूं करके आ जाना आप लोग, समझ में आ रहा है? चलिए next one, the density of water at 25 degrees Celsius is 998 kg per meter cube and at 45 degrees Celsius it is 990 kg per meter cube. The coefficient of volume expansion of the water will be equal to how much? ये भी direct formula बेटा, rho is equals to your rho naught divided by 1 plus gamma into delta theta, isn't it? Rho की वैल्यू कितनी दे रखी है right now the problem 990, that is equals to this one is 998 divided by 1 plus we need to calculate the gamma, temperature difference कितना है बेटा 25, 45 minus 25 that will be equal to 20, तो ये हो गया मेरे पास 1 plus 20 times of gamma is equals to 998 divided by 990, is it? इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर लीजिए, that will give me the value of gamma, right? चलो next one, a uniform metal rod of 2 mm square cross sectional area fixed at both the ends is heated from 0 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. The coefficient of linear expansion of the rod is 1 into 10 to the power of -6. Its Young's modulus of elasticity is given as 10 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton per meter square. The energy stored per unit volume will be equal to your how much? I hope you remember the formula. Energy stored per unit volume is represented by your U, that is equals to your half into stress into strain, half into stress into your strain. Stress into strain. You can use this formula. Energy stored is equals to your half into stress into your strain. ठीक है, अब इसको सिंप्लीफाई करके कर लीजिए आप लोग, isn't it? I can eliminate the value of the stress. I can eliminate the value of the strain because change नहीं दिया ना आपने. So I can write that one in terms of your energy stored per unit volume will be equal to your half into, I can rearrange it and write as stress whole square divided by x modulus. Everything is given, just substitute and get the answer for that. Clear? Sure. This is a graphical question. Instantaneous temperature difference between the cooling body and the surrounding obeying the Newton's laws of cooling is theta. Which of the following represents the variation of the theta with respect to your time? You know that it will be decreasing with respect to time. So decreasing with respect to time is exponential conditions. आपको याद होना चाहिए formula. Theta is equals to theta naught exponential to the power of minus of k into your t. यानी fourth option exponentially वो decrease करते जाएगा. चलो 60 gram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius is mixed with 4 gram of steam at 100 degrees Celsius. The final temperature of the mixture. देखो आपका आंसर कभी भी 0 से 100 के अंदर होना चाहिए बेटा. अगर आपका फाइनल टेम्परेचर आपको माइनस में आ रहा है या above 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस आ रहा, that means certain amount of ice or certain amount of steam has been present. वैसे वाले कंडीशन में आपका आंसर कभी भी 0 से लेके 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस के अंदर ही लेना पड़ेगा आपने, ठीक है ना. अब यहाँ पर देखो 40 ग्राम ऑफ आइस एट 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस इज मिक्स्ड विद 4 grams of your steam, यानी heat required to melt the ice will be equal to how much for me? Q1 is equals to, this is 60 into this one is latent heat of ice is 80, that will be equal to 4800 calories of energy has been required. Steam के लिए Q2 will be equal to your 4 into your 540 plus it is coming to your like say for example converting into the water, so plus this will be equal to mass of that gram is how much right now beta? 40 ग्राम होना चाहिए बेटा, 60 ग्राम नहीं, ये 40 ग्राम होना चाहिए. 40 ग्राम of the steam, isn't it? चलो 4 ग्राम ही ले लेते हैं. So 4 gram into your 540 plus this will be equal to 4 into specific heat of water is 1 into temperature is right now for me 100. So this will be equal to 540 into 4 but 400, यानी ये हो गया मेरे पास 2560 calories. देखो स्टीम को कितनी एनर्जी चाहिए 2560, आइस को कितनी चाहिए 480. The final temperature of the mixture is 0 to 100 and ice will not melt completely यहाँ पर, isn't? क्योंकि आइस के पास कितना 4800 है, 2600 ही जरूरत है, बाकी का तो अभी एनर्जी है ना बेटा, तो still it is in the form of your ice and that will mean 0 degree Celsius. अगर आपका ये वैल्यू ज्यादा आता, लेक्चर के मान के चलो 4800 आपका Q2 आता और Q1 आपको 2500 आता, तो जब वो वाले कंडीशन में हाई टेम्परेचर आप आंसर लेके चलते हैं, इट इज नथिंग बट 60 डिग्री सेल्सियस या 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस लेके चलते हैं. डन. एक बार पेपर देख लीजिए आप लोग, बाद में स्क्रीनशॉट्स लेके आप लोग कर सकते हैं. 6 क्वेश्चन है बेटा, स्क्रीन को पॉज करके एक बार आप लोग कर लीजिए. क्वेश्चन नंबर 30 का आंसर कोई बोलेगा क्या? द वर्किंग ऑफ द वेंटुरी मीटर इज बेस्ड ऑन, the working of a Venturi meter is based on, is it Bernoulli's theorem, Pascal's law, Torricelli's law or Archimedes principle? Obviously it is based on your Bernoulli's.